I'll be reacting to the IDOLM STER Cinderella Girls U149 episode 10 in 1-0 go. And I'll give it like 120. What the? Yo, that's crazy. When it comes to like the lack of popularity when it comes to Idol Master on Crunchyroll. At least it's popular in Japan though, because 120 views after like a full day is pretty low for a Crunchyroll anime. Hey, that's not even close to what the Idol Master gets. And the Idol Master Superstar Season 3 had a 1-day delay. And remember that series having extra likes. Just crazy to see the gap. Regardless, though, this is just a good anime. I'm just shocked that there's not more viewership for the Idol Master U149. Yeah, that's what I've been waiting for. Oh, not just me. A lot of other people that I know. Well, at least one other person in real life I know who's watching this are like, when are we going to see a big debut performance? At least now they're asking questions. Not even a few viewers are kind of waiting for it too. Ah, finally! I like how they're all confused. But I'm assuming though, when he says song, I'm gonna guess he has a song made for tailor-made for them for their big debut. That's got to be it because I don't think the producer would have been running that much to deliver simple news. So that has to be it. I mean, what else can it be? Yeah. Like, ooh. Oh man, I love how the characters in series are so dang stylish too. Oh yeah, I finally listened to the full version of the opening. It kicks so much ass. I had that thing on blast. I loved it. I'm never gonna give it a few more listens to though here and there though, because the full version is just that fire. Ah, oh man, this song is so damn unknowable. And it sounds like potentially great stuff, at least the last bit of it. Oh! Although Arisu okay, never mind. I thought for a second Arisu was worried, but no, even she likes it. So that means it must be good. I would hope. I would hope. I'll be disappointed. Please tell me they'll be able to. Are you serious? That means he has nothing lined up. It just barely came to his mind. Ah, okay, he's not sure. Yes, I'm actually glad they kicked him out of the freaking door. Now it's just his ass better hope they can perform on a stage to not disappoint. Because that'll be another embarrassment. Maybe. I like how you have all this. It's just smoking cigars. Thing is, though, he took the job. Yeah. All right. Good. Good. I'm liking how the conversation's turning positive. I love it's just smoking even more. Yeah, but when are they gonna be allowed to perform on stage, though? How is he playing around? Literally on his chops, wanting him to perform. The job of making sure they can perform on stage. So he's not a kid. Oh, okay. I mean, it's about money. Would he really be ready to work it out? The thing is, what's the point of having everyone practice if they're never going to be allowed an opportunity to perform on stage? Whoa! Who let them in there? No, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's sweet seeing them all, but ugh, because it'd be hard to reject them with. Ah! Yo, that's actually one of the things I see kids actually go into some Nokia era. That's wow. That is actually some creative, mature humor there. That's cool though. At least they know how much work he has to put in each and every day. They are kids. Okay, okay. I mean, but the thing is, though, it's all about patience sometimes too. They got to realize that in the adult world, sometimes it's about waiting for the right opportunity. He's obviously upset, but he's not going to admit it. All right, I'm starting to like these lovely looking ladies. Well, yeah, they're under contract. Yeah, they wouldn't just be able to simply do that. I'm sure that's against any contract that's written in ink. Well, yeah, and plus, it's probably in one of their clauses that they can't perform on the streets. Because when they comes when our girls actually perform on stage, obviously the executives are gonna want people to pay for it. So you're not even old. What? You're not old. Oh no. Yo, if like someone in their 20s or late teens is considered as old, man, me in my 30s, I'm like, I'll be a senior citizen to these ladies. Oh no. Oh my. I like how they fabulously pose. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, man. This is what I love about the Idol Master. Just every single time I hear Nina excited, I just get absolutely happy. Well, the other girls too, but especially her. She's got like one of the cutest voices ever. Dang it, this man. I'd be scared to see what would happen if this guy were to try to plan a freaking date. It would kinda scare me. Not a lot, which means probably not a lot by the way he's talking. Because when talk like that, you usually don't have a lot. Hey, whatever idea she has, it might just be crazy enough to work. Come on now, she can share. But if it's from her, it's probably a fan freaking tastic idea though. I like this. Okay, here's the thing about the series. Yes, it has too many girls to work with, but characters like Arisu and Nina have been given lots of depth. Yeah, there's obviously way like 9 girls is way too many. Hell, even thought Nijo Saki was 7 girls was darn way too many girls. I think the minimum, like the bare minimum should be 5. Maybe 6 is doable, but anything beyond 6 and it's I don't like it. It feels like anything above 6 and I don't anime start to fall apart. Straight up. 5 seems to be like the sweet spot though, because I worked for Superstar season 1 and watched a pre-magi extremely well. Oh, and also Shine Post up until its last episode. Like that number 5. When it comes to at least single core idol anime, the number 5 is like the perfect number. It's like a sexy number. Just the bare minimum. Yeah, pretty much, Russ. They try. Naturally, Russ, the series would have been perfect if it would have just had 5 or 6 idol girls. Because obviously, Risu and Nina are fantastic characters. I can't say that about the other girls in this specific series, though, because Arisu and Nina, and it's not just me. Even I know all the people watching it. I asked them, "Who are your favorite characters?" They will also say either Arisu or Nina. They will not mention the other ones. They'll say, "Oh yeah, let me just check my enemy list to see what the other girls are called." Like, yeah, like it seems to be like 5 or 6 for any idol anime is like the sweet spot because Superstar was at its peak pacing wise with just 5. Watch Manga kicked ass with 5 girls. Shine Post kicked ass with 5 girls. Yeah, she's getting talk for sure, Russ. But it seems like Arisu and Nina are the ones that get the most love from the fans. Like any form, whether it be 4chan, My Anime List, or Reddit, they all seem to be in agreement that Arisu and Nina are the top tier idol characters in this anime. Everyone else is like below them in characterization and depth and all that kind of jazz. Even in real life, like people are like, yeah, like Nina and Arisu are like generally loved. Everyone else is like, oh yeah, they're okay. At least there's no one in the series that's bad. Just at the top two, like wow, and everyone else is like, yeah, I mean they're not bad. Yeah, that's the tough thing about handling. Oh, really? Huh? That's because I know some people. I got people to watch this anime, Russ. Because with Risa, I mean Risa's episode felt rushed. Although people do like Momoka, though. I do hear some people like Momoka. Not so much Risa, though. But Momoka, I've definitely seen love thrown towards her, but it feels like, at least when it comes to like review sites, yeah, Nina seems to get a lot of love. Like, I remember though the Risa episode being so badly paced, though. Like every single time they talked about her acting performances, they skipped through it. Like I remember Risa being like her episode being the only bad one, and that was only because of the pacing being too rushed. because the baseline itself could have been good. Like Risa, what doomed her episode was, it should have been 2 episodes long. Like it couldn't, like it being 1 episode wasn't enough. It really should have been two for Risa. If Risa's would have been 2 episodes long, it would have been like perfect. It would have been masterpiece. That's the downside about the Idol Master Cinderella Girls U149 having like the format it has when it comes to certain episodes, just 1 episode. It works for certain characters, but it definitely don't work for Risa at all. The 1 episode format. They should have given her two. But regardless, though, this current episode's been pretty good. It's nice seeing the producer get to do more. Actually, it's nice seeing some of the other characters too, like Arisa in particular, pitch in. That's what makes this episode fun. So it's nice. And that baby's so cute. Regardless, I'm enjoying this more than Love Live Saki season 2. I'm definitely loving this more than that one. Because I thought Ninja Saki season 2 was a rush disaster where they felt like they skipped everything. Really? Oh no, Russ! I don't even want to imagine what Idol Master does when it has more characters. That sounds like a bad thing. If the other series have more characters. Holy cow! Because that just sounds like a recipe. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's okay. That explains it. Okay, more episodes, which is what I'm saying, Russ. This series would have been perfect with 24 episodes. Because some characters really needed two. Like I felt Risa would have needed 2 episodes. Some girls. We're like, man, these are amazing dances. Hmm. Yeah. Wow. Okay, this is amazing. And when it says we've been waiting, it feels like we've been waiting. Feels like it's a. It's like the audience being talked to by the animators, knowing that yes, we've been making wait so long for this, for points like this. And it doesn't, we can't do anything right the first time. That's relatable because yeah, in life you really sometimes do mess up the first time you attempt something. That's when a profile so short. Oh yeah, that's relatable too because you know, in life when you get to know new people or try to go for a new job, yeah, you're gonna have low profiles. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can relate to in this song. Yeah, and then when it comes to Let's Share a Flying Dream, that's nice too because that's essentially what all the main maids in the series are doing. And then the dances are amazing. Holy cow! This is amazing 2D beauty. Woo! Oh! And they're moving all the girls at once, and they're all jumping. Yes! Yes! Yeah! This is the stuff. I recognize some of those characters from some of the other Idol Master anime because I haven't seen the other ones, but I've seen pictures. They definitely look like, at least the one with the red glasses. I know I've seen her character design in another Idol Master anime. I recognize. At least the one with the red glasses. She looks. That's pretty cool, Ross. Like the like that. Like what? That's so cute. Whenever she gets excited, I'm sure that they'd be like, "Yeah, yo, oh, come on, ah! Yo." In that case, Russ, yeah, the original Idol Master had more. It has like more advantage because this one has 9, 12 episodes and it feels rushed, while the original had double the episodes. which would be 24 and 13 characters. Yeah, the original Idol Master is perfect in that regard then. Because literally 13 idols, but double the episodes is actually way easier because that's at the very least 2 episodes of pop per girl, with one girl maybe being shortchanged. While in this series, it's like 1 episode per girl, and some of the others for like group episodes. Oh yeah, the original Russ definitely has more luxury as far as like episode count. Yeah, because well, that's yeah. And we got a second season. That'll actually resolve a lot of the issues I have. I hope it gets a season 2, actually. Because if it does, that'd be perfect. That would absolutely be perfect. And this is nice. The producer finally got something done. Man. Yeah, hell, I want to see that too. With all this build up, I hope we at least see a performance on stage with everyone watching. Because yes, we got to see 2 performances, but I want to see a big one. A super ultra big one, a big I want to hear a oh no. Feel bad for Reese too. Oh. And I can get that feeling because sometimes you don't know how to interject at all. So hey, what Reese is going through is actually kind of relatable. This is a great episode. I'm actually giving this, yeah, I'm giving this 10 out of 10. I rarely give the Idol Master Roller Goes U149 10 out of 10s. This is probably the second one I've given. But this has earned a 10 out of 10 for me because it gave me what I wanted. The producer struggling and getting what he wanted for our girls. So it took the creativity of the girls and a bit of creativity from him to get things done, which is nice. And plus, another thing I enjoyed about this episode too was getting to see just even some of the adults help out. That's kind of nice. And it's nice getting to see the difficulties that the producer goes through, and the kids actually watch that too. And you can tell they feel some empathy for him, which is cool. I like this. How all this conflict and made all of the characters just come closer together at once, and it organically sets up conflict with Arisu because that makes me wonder what is she concerned about. So yeah, it makes me curious. So that's why I actually really love this episode. Well, that'd be good to hear, Ross, because if we don't have a big performance, it's gonna feel like something's missing. So I hope we at least get a big performance in episode 12. That'd be nice. All right. I like the acting wish there. This is awesome. Oh, okay. That makes sense when it comes to Tachibana. And she's young. So there's no shame in it taking all to figure out what you want to do. Ah, hey, you tried. Good. That's some good news, Russ. Well, it's over. But yeah, this episode was actually amazing. This is actually my favorite episode in the series. It was that good, actually. Holy cow, the last few episodes of this series have actually restored my faith, which is nice. Because the series, at least before these last few hot stretch, it was sitting at a 6 out of 10 overall, which is still good, but now it's all right. It's going up to a 7 out of 10 status. Definitely. That's how much I've been impressed. Because what made me lose faith for a while was episodes like 7. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But hey, this episode and episode 6, then episode 9 have been a really dang fire. Because, yeah, the middle episodes, Some of them, like episodes 5 and 7, made me lose hope in this series for a while, but it came back. Yeah, it definitely is, Russ. But we've had some weak episodes. Like episode 5, when it was Reese's episode, was rushed because they mentioned how supposedly she was auditioning for acting. She was doing acting. All that acting we never got to see on screen, which made episode 5 such a waste of time. I definitely loathed that episode. Or episode 7 wasn't too hot either, when you had a character looking for, like the pet looking for a character. That felt like a waste of time. So 5 and 7 were weak episodes that were thrown in the middle. Episode 4 was okay. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 were fantastic, though. Like the first 3 episodes were fantastic. 5 and 7 were bad. 6 was fantastic. 8 was okay-ish. 9 and 10 have been, 9 was good and 10 was great. So yeah, that's Idol Master Nutshell. Starts strong, had a middle, but then it's rising back up against great Nelbles, which is nice. Because that means out of 10 episodes, only 2 of them have been less than stellar, which is impressive. Lots of animes, it's like the opposite. It's like they'll have like, which is bad writing, Russ. Like, that's bad directing. Because whenever an anime is produced, you're not supposed to rely on audiences knowing what the characters are, because that's how you end up with shit shows like the Fate Grand Order adaptations, where in Fate Grand Order they assume everyone played the mobile game, and then Fate Grand Order Camelot, at least the first movie, ended up being a shit show. Like whenever writers be like, "Oh yeah, we'll just assume they knew about a character's background," that is a terrible fucking idea. I don't even know why anime writers think that's a good idea. That's true, Russ. Like, because episodes 5 and 7 are the only weak episodes. Everything else is strong. That's the positive side. Like 5 and 7 weren't good, but hey, every other episode in the series has been at least average at best to excellent. No, like not counting 5 and 7, everything else has been average at worst to great at its best, and it's been hitting harder than it's been back, because the first 3 were fantastic, and 10 is fantastic, and 6. So yeah, pretty much, Russ. I'll take a hit rate. Like when it comes to anime, a ratio of having like 4 great episodes, then one stinker, then another 4 great episodes is really good, actually. Most anime wish they could do that. Most anime is like you have 1 bad episode, 1 good episode, 1 bad, 1 good, or in the case of Summon for a second time, it's fucking 8 god awful episodes, 1 good episode, then back to god awful for Summon for a second time isekai. Or the isekai cheat, where the anime is just fucking garbage for half of it, and half of it's good. So yeah, I actually think this series has, that's a good thing about this series. It hits most of the time. Yeah, it has some weak episodes, but for the most part, this series is really consistently good, and I'll take that. Yeah, that's why the series, it's been winning me over now. Go Rush! Go Rush scares me. Go Rush really scares me in all the wrong ways. Straight up. Although, to its credit, though, Go Rush had a good episode, which is a miracle, but I'm sure Go Rush should go back to trash again. Like, Go Rush had a good episode this week, but it's probably going to be trash again. Yeah, that's good, too. When it comes to the series, it doesn't rely on fan service, which, hey, it's nice. I dig that. That's what makes the series fun, because there's no fan service, and they've been doing a good job with the producer, actually. And the comedic timing works pretty well. Like, all the voice actors have chemistry. I don't either, Russ. Because the Go Rush, even with it having a good episode this week, I know they'll find a way of fucking it up. I mean, they're already going to kind of fuck it up by having Udius resolve everything again. It's like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, you build up Yumu, Yuga, and freaking Yui, but guess who's going to save the day? Udius! Yeah, Udius will save the day again, because fuck side characters in that series. They can't do shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with the series? You have all the characters. You don't need to rely on Udius all the time. That's Go Rush. Go Rush. It's like they know Udius is a good character, but that's the only character they know how to fucking use. They don't know how to use Yuga. They don't know how to use Yumu. They don't know how to use Yui. They don't even know how to use the Goha chick either. Like, there's so many characters in Go Rush that had potential, and they were all wasted. For me, Russ, I knew Go Rush was fucked the moment I had the writers from 7. That's how I knew it was screwed. That's why I had more faith in Flame, because at least in Flame, Shadow vs. Flame had new writers. With 7s, it's writers that made failures were involved in 7th. At least with Flame. Season 1 and that piece of shit. They knew they all needed to be gone. They can, Russ. Oh, but with 7s, it looks like the writers didn't learn their lessons from 7s. The only thing they learned is how to make a good main character. But at what cost? Because with Go Rush Time and a good main character, it's the cost of everyone else sucking now. I'm like, Whippy, y'all, you learned one lesson only to fuck up another department. When I look at Go Rush, I look at all the wasted potential. I'm like, oh yay, you learned how to make a good main character, but damn, you wasted all the female characters. And even the male ones too. Oh, actually, wait, they did have a good antagonist, Suijo. He hasn't been ruined yet. But I have no faith. I know they'll fuck him up somehow. I know they'll fuck up my boy Suijo. Because he's been the only good villain in modern day Studio Bridge Yu-Gi-Oh! Suijo. He's the only villain I could say, I respect this man. This man I can believe can lead and galvanize truth. Yeah, they're going to fuck up Suijo Rush. Because with Suijo, he's been good. He's been an antagonist. He's been helpful towards the protagonist. He's dynamic. He's won duels without freaking uber powerful cars. Yeah, but for some reason, Russ, they haven't fucked up Suijo yet. Of all the things they fucked up, Suijo has stayed pure. My boy Suijo hasn't been corrupted yet. That's the only thing I can think about positively. My boy Suijo. Same, Russ. But hey, Russ, at least we can cross our fingers and hope they won't fuck up Suijo and Udius, because those are the only two that haven't been ruined yet. We gotta hope. We gotta hope that those two are respected, because once they fuck up those two, oh man, I'm gonna rage so hard. Because honestly, I actually like Udius even more than freaking the Zexal protagonist. Man, OG Yu-Gi-Oh! And 5Ds were the shit. I don't know what the fuck happened to Yu-Gi-Oh! After 5Ds. It's been a struggle for Yu-Gi-Oh! Ugh. Man. My Yu-Gi-Oh! My Yu-Gi-Oh's been... Yeah, at least Pokemon's better, though. At least Pokemon's been doing great. So that's one positive. Pokemon's been on fire. So there's Pokemon. I mean, at least that's one of the big franchises that hasn't been fucked up. It constantly gets well animated, good writers. Hope they don't fuck that up. So is there some hope in life, at the very least? When it comes to like anime aimed towards younger audiences, Pokemon actually gives me optimism. Lots and lots of optimism, which is nice. Can't really do that for a lot of anime at all. Oh yeah, of course. But the anime, they've been doing a good job. Yeah, I know Scarlet and Violet was a fucking shit show. Scarlet and Violet, Game Freak didn't give a fuck. But the animation staff does care though. Like at least when it comes to the Pokemon anime. But yeah, with Scarlet and Violet, I heard it had the best story though. I heard that what they fucked up was the gameplay. Now it's the opposite. Now, it's the opposite now. Hell, I even have my brother who got out of Pokemon. He came back because the new anime has been good. So that's nice. Yeah, the new Pokemon's anime attracted a lot of new fans. So you can definitely say it's a success story, which is nice. That's what Pokemon needed, a shot in the arm. Now I can't wait for the next one because the series is fun now. Really? I hear a lot of people praise Scarlet and Violet. They say Scarlet and Violet has Nimona. People seem to, at least people seem to say the story for Scarlet and Violet has like the best twists and all that, and one of the best final boss battles. And people really love Nimona a lot and praise Nimona a lot. People say she's the best rebel since N. When it comes to the games, like people say, we haven't had a good rival since N, like a great rival. Although people do say Gita sucks as a champion, though. I heard people say Gita sucks balls. But when it comes to rivals, though, I heard the new one did really well with Nimona, and people love her. Everyone loves Nimona, and Larry. That's true. That's true, because our Sword and Shield was a shit show. Also, they fucked up Sun and Moon, and then Kalos. Don't even get me started on Kalos. So Game Freak fucked that up. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, but yeah, you obviously have a lot of people saying Black and White 2 were the peak. That's pretty much every Pokemon fan says Unova was the peak of the series, which is a peak Pokemon I will probably never be able to hit anytime soon, ever. They won't. Yeah, they're never going to be able to hit Black and White anytime soon. It's possible, just highly unlikely. They could if they wanted to, though. Just make a game with a 4-year development time instead of 3 years. If they had 4 years, they probably could make something as good as Black and White 2. Just combine the best mechanics from Pokemon Legends Arceus, the catching mechanics, and dodging. And it sucks because Digimon games don't even sell well, even when they're good. And it's sad for Pokemon. They literally have the blueprint for a Pokemon game. Just make a Pokemon game with writing on the level of Scarlet and Violet or Black and White 2. Mix the mechanics of Pokemon Arceus with the dodging and ball throwing mechanics, combined with the wide exploration of Violet and Scarlet, and that'll be the formula for the best Pokemon game ever. But Game Freak is rushed. I honestly blame the Pokemon Company and Game Freak. Game Freak, because Game Freak, come on. They've had a lot of experience in consoles. They're still struggling with the 3-year development cycle. And then the Pokemon Company, because they're obviously rushing Game Freak. So it's got to be a mix of the Pokemon Company and Game Freak when it comes to the handling of Pokemon games. They both deserve blame, though. But if they did that, I'd say that could be the best Pokemon game. Oh, and have every Pokemon in the decks. That whole fucking... People say they do, though. I mean, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. People make jokes saying... The reason why people say that defend Game Freak is because people say Game Freak wouldn't choose to make Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet come out in the same year, though. Yeah, that's what I've seen, Russ. Like, I've seen multiple videos defending Game Freak, saying it's the Pokemon Company's fault for one, the game out in November. Or how Pokemon Legends Arceus had a development team of 150 people, and then Scarlet and Violet had 150. I think it's honestly both their faults, Russ. I think it's a mix of both, but Game Freak gets more. I think Game Freak should get a little bit more blame, but I also think it's the Pokemon Company's fault too. Because the Pokemon Company, how they handled the Pokemon anime with Ash, left more to be desired when they were pretty much... I thought they did because it was like a 33% split where they all kind of have decision-making abilities. Like Nintendo owns 33, Game Freak's 33, and then Pokemon Company's 33. I know they all have to like collaborate. They can't just do whatever they want. They have to run it by each other because of, you know, all the shared powers they have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can't just run it by themselves. Like Game Freak has to also listen to, like they all kind of have to listen to each other, Game Freak, Nintendo, and the Pokemon Company, because of their shared powers for the most part. But regardless, Game Freak does deserve more blame though, because honestly, Game Freak should be hiring more. They should outsource more if they want to make more Pokemon games. I mean, shit. It was their bright idea. Because here's the thing. Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, I'll give them a no, I'm not going to give them a pass on that. But they were probably rushed by the Pokemon Company. No, where Game Freak really fucked up was Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, whatever that Pokemon remake. They really should have hired a better outsourcing company. But nah, they hired what? What was the company that had a back track record doing the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl? That was... Oh, okay. Then Game Freak is... Oh. Well, then Game Freak is just filled with fuck-ups then. Then that's Game Freak's fault. Yeah, that does make sense. Well, in that case, Game Freak is full of greedy fuckers. They should just hire more people. Like if they want to make these big games, then instead of having 150 people hired to like do a big game, they should have 300. That's what Zelda does. Yeah, that's Game Freak's fault. That issue I heard is their fault. Game Freak's fault. Because they could hire more. No one's telling Game Freak to develop games with 150 people like they stupidly did with Legend Arceus or Scarlet and Violet. No one's telling them to like hire mediocre game companies to do Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes. And it was always the Game Freak's decision to have Diamond and Pearl remake instead of Platinum. A Platinum remake would have been better, way better than a Diamond and Pearl remake. So yeah, those are definitely Game Freak's fault. They really should have remade Platinum. I don't even know why in the fuck they thought it was a good idea to make Diamond and Pearl. That was one of the worst decisions they could have done. Game Freak. They sometimes they make decisions that really make me angry. But regardless, though, Game Freak, they just need to hire more people. I hope this simulation with Scarlet. Nah, who am I kidding? They're not going to learn from Scarlet and Violet. They made a lot of money from it. You would hope they'd hire more workers, though. So they have at least 300 people working on the next Gen 10 game. But that'd be great. That'd be so great if they did that. Just having double the workforce, that would help them out. Yeah. And the fans get what they deserve, Russ. That's all I got to say. Which is sad. That's why I haven't bought Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, because I've been waiting for them to fix the patches. Because I speak with my wallet. I don't like the bullshit Game Freak does. I watch the anime because it's a well-done product. But, yeah, the Game Freak needs to do better. For sure. My goodness. Yeah, because Zelda sold the same amount, and that had more work put into it. Legend of Zelda. It literally had way more work. It had like double the development cycle, double the workers. And in Zelda, while yes, it may have slightly sold more than Pokemon, Pokemon had way less work. It had half the workforce, half developed. Pretty much, Pokemon had like quarter of the budget of Zelda did. Because Zelda had 6 years, 300 workers working on it for 6 years. While Pokemon Violet and Scarlet had 150 workers work on it for 3 years, while the other 150 people working on Arceus for 3 years. So basically, Zelda had like quadruple the luxuries, and it only slightly outsold Pokemon. Well, Pokemon, yeah, man, it sold as much as Zelda. It still sold almost as much with like way less effort. Way less. I even saw a video analyze it too. Yeah, just sad that no one buys the Digimon games, sadly. And saying that the Digimon anime haven't been so hot though. I'm like, Toei, what happened to you, Toei? Like, whenever I see Digimon anime, I just ask myself, what happened to Toei? They used to be so much better than this. Toei. Toei. That's all I gotta say. But hey, at least the Digimon games are still good. And don't forget about Xenoblade. Xenoblade has better graphics too. Can't forget about Xenoblade. Final Fantasy is like the GOAT of graphics. It's like, wow. How can they even do this every new release? Huh. Yeah, and even in Pokemon Home, I saw the animations. For Pokemon Home, they literally reused the animations from Pokemon Arceus and Pokemon Sword and Shield. They didn't even make any new animations. Game Freak lied again when it came to Violet Scarlet, because I saw the clips on Twitter. They literally reused the same animations from Scarlet and Violet and from Arceus, and I'm like, Game Freak, why the fuck you lying? Oh my god! And we know why they're lying, because at least most of the fans, they're gonna be gullible enough to believe them. Man, I swear, Game Freak sometimes. They will. But hey, at least we know for sure the anime was well done, because people in Japan were not liking Journeys. So we got a Pro Tech replacement. So at least we know if fans get angry enough, change will happen. Just sad the game fans haven't gone that angry yet. True that, Russ. That's a problem. The game fans, I think, are too patient. The anime fans were impatient, and we got a well done series because of impatience. Sadly, though, the Game Freak's not under that pressure at all. They just aren't. They have no pressure. Well, no, Disney's failing, Russ. Disney. Their CFO of 23 years apparently she quit. They had to fire, not fire, but they had to lay off a lot of workers. Nah, it's possible. Disney's failing, so there's hope. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. But hopefully things get better for Pokemon in the future. Oh yeah, Disney has so many they can't even properly give them the treatment they deserve. That's definitely their problem, for sure. But at least I'm optimistic for the Pokemon episode coming out next week. I can't wait for that one. Hooray! But anyways, thank you, Rusto389. True that. And don't forget all that ESG money they're borrowing. That's definitely not helping them out at all. But anyways, thank you, Russ1238, and everyone else for watching my video, and I hope you all have a great day or night, y'all. Bye-bye.